And now it's time for the Runnin' Rams Basketball Hour with Coach Jim Barron, presented by Rhode Joe's Saloon, legendary food and drink, and 920 WHJJ.
Welcome back once again to Rhode Joe's Saloon here on Kingstown Road in Wakefield. Steve McDonald with Jim Barron, head basketball coach at the University of Rhode. Greg Burke going to join us in just a few moments. It's the Runnin' Rams Basketball Hour. Our conversations with Coach brought to us by Supercuts. Supercuts, every time, Coach, on campus, we had an opportunity to have the New England Prep Invitational for, I don't know how many years it's been, but it seems like every year
it's been unbelievable.
It's down there. Dave Marin is making it happen, and I know that just as a general overview, it's great to bring so many talented student-athletes on campus at URI.
Well, it's tremendous for them to be on campus and to be in Keeney Gymnasium, and it's great. It's a great venue. Dave Marin and his staff, George, and the people that help run it, it's just fabulous because you can see them right here. We came back from Philly, and I went to Keeney. I was in the gym till about 10:30, 11 o'clock, seeing the games, and then I was back in the next morning. I saw you there 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we had some guys that that we were involved with
sure.
playing there, and it was really great to see them. And it is a tremendous venue, and some of these players are the best. Some of the top players in the country. I mean,
absolutely.
It was great. Tilton was going against St. Thomas More, and Andre Drummond is just a great player from St. Thomas More. And, it was just great to see the talent that was there right in front of everybody. And, again, Dave Marin, he did a great job. And these teams are coming from all over the country, from out Michigan, from Canada, from North Carolina, from all over the country. And it was just a tremendously organized venue with excellent referees. I think we had to take some of those referees in the Atlantic 10.
Hey, we also want to talk about the two newcomers to the program. We won't see them on the basketball court for a little while, but Andre Malone, transfer from Auburn. We touched on that last week. Going to help you at on the perimeter at 6'5", 210, and then your son Billy coming back as well. Andre first, Andre Malone.
Well, he's a big guard, very physical, very aggressive, can really shoot the basketball. He was third in the Southeastern Conference, 44% with shooting threes. He was the second leading scorer on their team prior to transferring. And, Billy Barron, it's great having him back. And, it's just unbelievable. He had a great opportunity, and I want to thank thank the folks at Virginia and Tony Bennett, his staff. And, it's just tremendous having him back. He wanted to come back and play for me and be back home. So it's a great addition to have Billy back as well.
Yeah, it certainly bodes well for the future. Obviously, the concern now is Dayton on Wednesday and going from there. But to know that you've got two quality players coming in, I hate to just say quality player when one of them is as close as he is to you, but two very good program players coming in to solidify what you already have back.
Well, there's no question. And again, this is a big year for us as far as recruiting. We graduate 4 seniors. And again, these are big shoes to fill. We've won 89 games prior to this year for 4 years, and again, it's always tough to fill quality players and quality leaders. And our guys have really hung in there tough with Delroy James and Will Martell and Marquise Jones and Ben Eves. These guys have really been able to show some great leadership and really hang in there across the way.
Absolutely. Coach, as you look ahead, Dayton and Charlotte coming up over the weekend as well. 2 home games, a rarity kind of at this time of year, and a real chance for you to set up for a stretch run. Right now, I think the big fight is for a home game in that first round of the playoffs.
Well, there's no question. You're jockeying for position, and, everybody's trying to do that. And, last year we had a great home game against St. Joe, and that really, springboarded us to go into Atlantic City, where we ended up knocking off St. Louis and got to the semifinals where we fell short to Temple. So, we got to take it one game at a time. But Dayton is a very good team, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Again, it's a pink out for the student body at the Ryan Center, and hope everybody can participate, raise some awareness, and raise some funds for the for the Pink Out event, and we look forward to having a great atmosphere against the University of Dayton.
Joining us now, Student Athlete of the Week, Ben Eves, presented by Ramzone. The Ramzone, be sure to shop at Ramzone Gift Shop, the official online store for all your Rhode Rams apparel, ramzonegiftshop.uri.edu. Ben Eves, welcome to the program. Appreciate you coming on over. And brought your good friend Will Martell over there as well, I see. Always one to find the 10-cent wings at Rhode Joe's.
I tell you what, the bobbleheads these guys got.
No kidding.
Oh, they're tremendous bobbleheads.
My Will Martell bobblehead, though, keeps tipping over. Is that a problem?
Why is that?
It's a problem. I have it on my shelf at home, and it does. It's a little top heavy, I think, but aren't we all, I suppose? Ben, talk about this team right now. Big week coming up with a couple of home games, getting ready for that stretch run. Where do you see this team right now, and where can you guys get with a little bit of a push down the stretch?
I think it's wide open right now. I think we have to, we have to really focus and make sure that we're, taking care of responsibility each game. Take every game, one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to be key games now down the stretch. So we have to, really focus in and make sure we can make a push over these last few games.
You look at Dayton, and Dayton's number one in the league in rebounding, and you and Will sitting over there and enjoying a couple of wings. A lot of responsibility, a lot of onus on you guys. Probably as good a part of your game as there is as a rebounder. You're doing a great job on the boards for Rhode Island, always have. Do you look at that number and say, okay, here's the top team in the league, and we're in an area where we really have to improve in that category, and kind of take that on your shoulders going into Wednesday's game?
I think so, but I think at the same time, it's everybody's responsibility. That's one of the things going into the game that we're going to have to take away from them if we're going to be successful. There's something, like you said, that they do really well, and I think specifically in this game, being the best rebounding team in the A-10, we have to really focus on when we're playing against Dayton and make sure that we keep them off the glass. They've got a few guys that are really good offensive rebounders, so the big guys are going to have to keep them out of there. You know what I mean? We have to be physical. We have to keep them off the glass, and when we get the ball, we can get out and run. So,
Coach, I know that Ben has been a great addition to this University of Rhode Island team, coming from UConn, and you were quite pleased when he made a decision to make the move over to URI, and it's worked out well for you.
Well, he's got a terrific body and very physical, very aggressive. And again, the challenge is to constantly try to get him to use that body because Martell needs help, Delroy needs help, Orion Outerbridge needs help, but he's got the most physical body, in my opinion, of anybody. So he can really use that to knock some opponents around. And again, when he does, I tell you what, he's a terrific force around that basket. So it's really need him, and we really need him going against Dayton this week because they're very aggressive, very physical. They are rebounding their opponents by 4.5 rebounds a game. So, we hope he could really step up and step in because we really need him to use that body, especially against a team like Dayton.
Ben, as you look to the future, a senior at the University of Rhode Island, what lies beyond graduation day for you?
I think really, a couple of people asked me the same question, and I really just want to focus on the rest of the season. I think obviously the four of us are wanting to go on and play after college. But I think for now, that stuff, we can take care of that when we're done with the season. I think right now my focus is just on the team and making it to the postseason and going deep into the postseason, and then we'll see from there, I think.
Offensively for you, it seems I've seen the last few games, when you get into the mix a little more before that first shot, kind of get yourself involved in the offense and look for other people early and then look for your own as time goes on. Is that kind of the mindset going in?
I think so. I think just going in and providing energy, whatever it is, whether it's helping out on the boards, helping out defensively, and then, if the shot's open, I'm going to take it. If it's not, you look for somebody else. You know what I mean? You take what the defense gives you, I guess, and you just make opportunities as they come up.
Now, it's always interesting that the things that people don't know about some of the guys that go to watch play all the time, and you're an art major, right, at URI, and quite an artist and quite a musician as well, right?
I try a little bit, yeah.
Tell people what you do.
Well, obviously art is my major.
You're a member of the Beatles, aren't you? No, you're the English guy that's not a member of the Beatles. The fifth Beatles.
No, I think, music has always been a passion of mine. I grew up with music around me all the time. So I think that's something that's always been sort of taken with me. And then obviously aside from the sport, that's always been a love. So I just sort of keep it with me everywhere I go.
What music do you like to listen to? What music do you like to play? You play the piano, correct?
Yeah.
And what do you like to play? What do you like to listen to?
I listen to pretty much anything. I just like good music. If it's good music, I'll listen to it. But as far as making music, I'm in the sort of process of producing some music at the moment, which it's going okay. So I'll just have to see how that goes. But right now, it's just, I enjoy listening to music. I mean, as all the guys do when we're on the road. The sort of the variety of music on the bus is amazing. Sometimes it's kind of funny. You got Nick's music.
Now, when Nick's got the Serbian music, what's your assessment of that?
Well, Will and I were talking the other day. He might have the worst taste in music we've ever heard in our lives because it goes from Rihanna to whoever he listens to back home. So it can be interesting sometimes. So.
Now, you said you listen to all types of music, but you got to have something that you call your own, especially when you play. When you sit down at the piano, is it the classics that we hear? Or?
I don't know. I like to play my own stuff sometimes. I like to sort of improvise a little bit. But I guess when you learn, you're younger, you learn the pieces that they teach you.
Sure,
and
right.
You can kind of branch off. So it's really anything that comes to mind. So
after basketball is done, whenever that might be for you later on in life, is that something you'd like to pursue?
I mean, absolutely. Like the body gives out after a while. You can't play this game forever.
You don't have to tell me. I was 8 when mine gave out.
And I think it's definitely something that I would love to do because it's something I enjoy doing. So yeah, definitely.
Well, I'll tell you what, we enjoy watching you play and watching you here at the University of Rhode Island. You've been a great representative for URI throughout your years. We look forward to a great stretch run for you, and then more success basketball-wise after that, and then we'll run out and buy your CDs after that. Ben, thanks for being with us. Absolutely.
Good job, Ben.
Ben and Coach, thanks so much for being with us. We're going to take a break on the Runnin' Rams Basketball Hour. Greg Burke, Deputy Athletic Director, with us in just a bit.